I'm not saying that...
It's just Twitter where gays are on prep.
Just because Twitter, kind of like, no one is actually willing to take up the nuance within these conversations, and no one's actually mature to actually have these conversations online. This is where we're going to delve into body issues and emotional labor. Now... What do you want on the menu?
I don't know. I'm on Ozempic. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the harsh reality for a lot of your faves. Instead of eating the food, they eat the opinions of the people that cook the food, and that is influencing the way in which their bodies are built. Hi, y'all. Welcome to European Cigars, Ponks Politicised.
Season 2, baby. And this season, we are talking about, or rather this episode, we are talking about EDs within women. Now, obviously, first of all, disclaimer, we are both men. Okay?
We are both men.
We may be European Cigars, but at the end of the day, we're both men.
Exactly.
Right? So take this with a grain of salt, and I'd love to hear a lot of women that have...
The intent is not to be misogynistic.
Like, please, if anything slips, please just bash me in the comments, but don't cancel me. Like, I swear to you.
Please, like, I'm already gay and black.
Like, please, my friend.
I want to make it out of the hood. Please.
Please, like, girl. So basically, this entire conversation is being sparked by the online discourse around Ariana Grande, her body, and her mental health.
Yes.
Now, I am a big Ariana. I love Ariana Grande, but it is really sad to kind of see how this entire conversation has just gone into body shaming. Probably the same body shaming that got her body to that state.
Yes.
My entire thing is Ariana Grande has been scrutinized ever since she debuted as an artist, let alone an actor, right? She has faced multiple traumas, and she was filming literally 2 movies simultaneously within a span of 2 years, and also recording an album while going through a breakup, discovering a new relationship. I would be surprised if she didn't lose weight, okay? Like, for me personally, going through the academic stress of trying to keep this content online while also trying to finish my damn degree has me on a chokehold. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay, right. Yeah. So I'd be surprised if people got the time to eat while being stressed, because I know of the effects that stress can have on the digestive system and how we perceive our relationship with food, especially if we previously didn't have a good relationship with food. And this is where we're going to delve into body issues and emotional labor. Now, do you want to take up that, or do I continue?
I feel like the thing is, you cannot judge someone like Ariana Grande's body without considering the underlying factors that have led to her body looking the way that it is. Ariana Grande has, like my friend said, she has been scrutinized because of her body, because of, her health. I think she also keeps referencing in music videos that, like, her body keeps being scrutinized by agents, by people within the industry. So she feels a need to constantly, like, get even more skinnier just so that she can fit into the particular standard that the particular industry is looking for. Now, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is true. I'm saying that, like, this is judging from, like, what we've heard and what we've seen from what she has alluded to in her art, right? But something that I have noticed, though, and something that I do consider true, is that a lot of you guys are disingenuous with how you react to body discourse, right? You cannot feel bad for Ariana's body, whilst at the same time upholding the very same societal factors such as homophobia that lead to her body looking the way that it is. For example, Samira is a plus-sized influencer, right? She's an influencer that has made a lot of content about fatphobia. She has made a lot of content about, like, trying to dismantle the fatphobia in society, and she keeps getting criticized for that. She keeps getting body shamed for that. People are constantly saying that, oh, you should just lose weight, oh, you are lazy. And that just goes to show the logic that y'all use when reacting to, like, discourse surrounding other people's bodies. When it comes to Ariana Grande, we're supposed to feel sorry for her. It's supposed to be a cause for concern. But when it's someone like Lizzo or someone like Samira or someone like that plus size backup dancer, that plus size backup dancer of hers, when it comes to those people, suddenly it's, oh, they deserve it. Oh, they need to lose weight. Oh, let's make fun of their bodies. No, you can't have it both ways.
Like,
you cannot have it both ways.
I definitely agree. And I also think another thing that we have to consider is how has society historically viewed women's bodies in general, right? Whatever, because the way capitalism works and patriarchy works, we choose one phenotype or one physical attribute that occurs naturally in nature, and then we continue to ningazigqibi bandla yo ningazigqibi
Kuluma.
Focus there.
okay ningazigqibi sharp. Yeah, so then such, I was still saying, right, the reality of how people have historically viewed women's bodies and the nitpicking of women's bodies, of how skinny they have to be, how fat they have to be, how thick, curvaceous, skinny fat they have to be, all these different subtypes out of so many different natural phenotypes, or rather how the female body manifests itself, have been scrutinized, judged as either you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too tall, you're too short, at every single point. And this has real life consequences, and this is where we talk about like pretty privilege and what that gets you in society, right? Like, pretty privilege, as much as it seems nice on the surface, it is just a means of exploitations by people who are in power, right? Because realistically, if you have to use a attribute that you cannot control to gain access to power, it's either you are someone who is exploitative or you are someone being exploited by the system itself. There really is no in between, right? Even if we were to try to find the nuance within that, in which there definitely is, and I definitely think that that should be its own video. Now, back to Ariana Grande versus Samira, right, in our comparison. Samira is, again, a Black plus-size activist who calls out the hypocrisy and fatphobia that we find in normal society through microaggressions, and she calls out corporations for not accommodating to these naturally occurring body sizes. There are ectomorphs, there are mesomorphs, there are endomorphs, and these are all meant, and I suggest that you Google and research whatever I just said, basically, in terms to refer to how people present a society. So those phenotypes or those representations occur naturally. Being fat for certain people is natural. Being skinny for certain people is natural. Being a mix of both, being muscular, is also natural to some people.
Being a twink is natural. Being slim, thick like me is natural. Having the nastiest face card is natural.
Thank you.
A lot of y'all need to take notes. Take notes.
Yes. Thank you. That notes app better be open for me, babes.
Period.
But anyway, as we were saying, these phenotypes occur naturally. People should not feel obliged to change their phenotype due to whatever societal expectations may come. But we also understand there are active benefits to when people do so, right? If I become muscular and have flawless skin, which is something I do want, low-key, I understand that there are certain benefits I'm going to get from certain people, that I'm going to be able to slide in DMs quicker, I'm going to be able to be more brandable and marketable. And this is what Ariana Grande was addressing in her Petal video. The fact that no matter what size you are or how you look like, there's always going to be something wrong with you that critics are going to judge, and that society is going to deem you wrongful because they want to exert power over you, again, due to social status and basically social currency, right? The more opinions, hot takes, the more intellectual you seem online, the more advanced you seem online, and with these very bigoted hot takes that are going to basically fuel engagement, the more fame and money that you have, the more views and followers that you have, there's social status and social currency being bought, but it's being bought at the expense of someone else's mental health, thus being both Samira and Ariana Grande's own mental health. I genuinely don't understand how discussing someone's alleged ED is going to help the person get out of the ED, especially...
Another conversation. Why do we never bring up eating disorders when it comes to big people? That big-backed influencer who weighs 200 pounds, she could also have an eating disorder, and she could also seek both mental and physical help. But do you even bother to say that when you react to their content? Or do you just want to put suits under your chest to mimic just how big they are?
That's exactly what... guys, how many memes of fat people have we found on the internet?
Exactly.
How many memes of 600 lb life have we found on the internet? How many... We keep memifying and making fun of these people who could genuinely be suffering from actual eating disorders such as bulimia, binge eating disorder, anorexia, so on, so forth. to me, the entire conversation kind of just sounds bland and boring because it's kind of like no one is actually willing to take up the nuance within these conversations, and no one's actually mature to actually have these conversations online. I'm not saying that
It's just Twitter where gays who are on prep.
just Twitter gays.
Like, they're just sitting on a rose toy, undouched, and they're just tweeting. Just tweeting. Just
doing
tweeting.
that the entire time.
Exactly.
Like, that's how it feels to me. It doesn't feel
no
authentic.
nuance, no education, no nothing.
Just another hot take. People bringing up their, original, quote unquote, original experiences that, do absolutely nothing. I read a tweet being like, oh, my doctor said I look ugly when I had anorexia, and that helped me.
You were always ugly, my babe. But anyways.
Maybe your doctor had personal beef with you. That's not something I would say to my patient. But to me, Andiva, like babes, like Andiva, like Anzwan no muntu slow, like Anzwan no muntu slow, like Anzwan no muntu slow. So basically, what we need to, in order to have this conversation, one, we need an educated lens. Two, we need an educated lens. Two, we need people that are actually willing to be empathetic with the subjects that are being talked about here. Talking about eating disorders with blatant comedy throughout this video wouldn't be a good thing. We obviously try to zhuzh it up, so because we're already depressed bitches, we don't need to, add more to the depression. But we do need to kind of keep it lighthearted, but also keep a tone of seriousness, right? So basically, the summary or the points of this video: one, all women's natural phenotypes are natural. That's number one. If you are naturally thick, you don't need to lose weight to appeal to anybody, right? If you are naturally skinny, you don't need to gain weight to appeal to anybody. You have the autonomy to change your body if you like, but don't set those societal expectations or let the societal expectations be the reasons into why you are changing your body. It's either you're wanting to be healthy, you're wanting to buy clothes more accessibly, whatever it may be, but everyone has the right to for their dignity to be protected. Everyone has the right to have their clothes in their size at a store if they go to a store. Everyone has the right to be accommodated within travel and transport, and the lack of accommodation for such is a display of people's own morality and how they view people, right? You think fat black people should shut up and never say their opinions. You think fat black people should probably just suffer. Just go lose weight. No matter what it is, you're just choosing it. Even in the case of the sympathetic case of Ariana Grande's body at the moment, at the same time, people, as much as people are trying to extend concern and sympathy, I have just been seeing people since 2024 until now just shaming her body, making edited pictures of her and Cynthia Erivo. I've seen people make memes filled with racism and body shaming and just blatant misogyny. None of you, fully grown adults, families and all, are mature enough to actually have this conversation, because this is not a conversation that's going to need a hot take. I wouldn't even say this is the conversation we're having right now. We're rather just calling out the BS rather than actually talking about the BS, if you get what I mean. If you don't get it, walala wasal. But one thing that we're going to make sure or make clear within this video is that I cannot have this conversation within 15 minutes. We cannot have this conversation within 1 hour. We need a well-researched, in-depth look into women's bodies, how they work, how they function, and what are the societal factors that contribute to women's bodies being the way they are within our modern day society by certain systems such as capitalism, imperialism, patriarchy, and white supremacy. With that being said, I would like to bid y'all goodbye. So remember to
block Gracie Abrams, blame Queen Naija, inconvenient Somber, lash VVD, and stream A-pop.
Thank you.
Stream A-pop.
Reason.
Thank
you. Bye. Mwah.